And I had spoken to him a lot about it. I went in there one day, I got to talk to you. And I go, this is what they're trying to do to me. And he's like, listen, I had to revoke it. I got this fucking thing in the mail. You had police contact, and I did. It wasn't my fault at all. It was a fight. I tried to get in the middle of it to break it up. All of a sudden, I'm getting held, and it was in a cop's report. You have to report it. It wasn't his fault, and I understood that. And he goes, but I have to go to court, and I could just talk in your behalf, and just say that it was a misunderstanding. I come up late, that you have been doing well. And I was. At that point, I was pretty much out of the fucking weeds. So he goes, but it's still the judge's decision, and the DA is fucking through with you. At the time, I had gotten arrested. I got arrested for a stolen fucking car. I had a bunch of arrests, but no convictions. Like, they couldn't. I got arrested for fucking jaywalking. I got a ticket for jaywalking, didn't go to court, and that started a fucking chain reaction and shit. So he was like, the DA's a little pissed at you, whatever, we'll talk. Fucking then finally came the day. I had to go in front of the judge, and I was shitting fucking pickles. It was like the 16th, and I'm like, this motherfucker, this is my fucking biggest time of my life. This is the biggest opportunity I've had since I got out of that fucking prison. 6 years I've been fucking scraping, fighting, eating fucking Subway sandwiches, the veggie and cheese. If I had money, I'd eat the seafood salad with the fake crab and the fucking Katrina shrimp before Katrina. This was just terrible. Now I gotta go to fucking court because some guy got into a fight and I got in the middle of it and God damn it. And we get to court, and sure enough, the judge is pissed. The DA is saying all this shit that they want to revoke it, And finally, my fucking attorney, she's not an attorney no more. She got caught fucking one of the prisoners. My attorney at the time just said, listen, what if Mr. Diaz leaves and doesn't come back? And there was a silence in the courtroom. Like, we might be on to something here. And sure enough, the judge called the DA over. The DA walked over. They had their little fucking meeting like they do on Law and Order. Come here for a second. Let's talk. And the next thing you fucking know, the judge goes, I think we're going to do that. You leave Los Angeles. Promise never to come back. Just leave us the fuck alone. Take your criminal Cuban ass to L.A. and just take an anger management class. And that's it.
So you don't have a warrant in Seattle?
Yes, there's still a warrant now after the fact for the fucking, but no, it wasn't a warrant for what I did because there was no charge. I didn't get charged for the fist fight. I got charged because I broke it up, and then I got into a fist fight. Not really a fist fight, but we got into a tugging match. When the cops fucking came, they took everybody's goddamn name down, and my name was on the police report. That's the way they say when you're on probation, don't go out at night. Like, don't go to a bar. But, Joey, I'm just going to have a beer. I know, but guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a fist fight. It's one of your fucking dummy friends that had too much to drink, and you went to the wrong place with him. You're going to get in to break it up because you're a fucking savage. You're not going to let some fucking drunk guy pound on your friend when he's hammered. And when the cops come, you're going to get handcuffed. And even if you didn't throw a fucking punch, your name's going to be in the police report. They're going to put your fucking name down. And somebody, listen, 90% of the time, they're not going to catch it. But when you're the kiss of death, like I was at that time, they're going to catch it. That's what I'm trying to fucking say to you. They're going to catch this type of shit. So I was in shock when the judge said, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And he looked at me, he goes, did you hear that? You're never allowed to come back to the state, but you have to continue the classes.
And keep them aware of it?
And keep them, the class will send them the information. They gave me all the paperwork for me to take the anger management class. And what happened is simple. I got to fucking L.A. It took me like 30 days to find the class. And then once I did find the fucking class, I had to register, wait to get on the list. They put me on the list. Everything was great. And it all worked. It was $35 a week, but on a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. I do comedy, guys. I do stand-up. I tried to get a Monday. I tried to get a fucking Wednesday. I tried, and they were like, nah, you got to start in a Saturday program at 9 o'clock. Well, it did for about 3 weeks, and then what do you think happens? You go to the store on a Friday night, a very innocent night, you have a few fucking cocktails, you sit out there talking to people till 3 in the morning, you go home, The Exorcist is on, now you're up till 5:30 watching a stupid movie, trying to figure out writing jokes, and next thing you know, you wake up late. And you know that they're going to close the door at 9 o'clock at you, so that's what happened. That's why there was a warrant on me from Seattle. But I got the...
But you went after that, right?
Yeah, I left.
Pilot shot it?
Guys, I left. After that judge made the decision, I was out of there 2 days later. There's no reason to dick around. I called the fucking guy from L.A. He told me to... I told him I was okay, that I could come. I was coming. And he said that when I got there, after the read on Wednesday, that I had to sign a contract, whatever the fuck it was. After that, I went down. He goes that they were happy with me. Everything was, and I had to just come down and sign a contract. I was still asked. I was still scared to ask how much. Like, I wouldn't even ask. Like, I was just petrified. In my head, I had like a number like $8 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to solve all my fucking problems. I'm going to be twisting by the pool, hanging with bitches. But it took a few days. And then right before I left, he called and he goes, good news. I got you $25,000. I don't know if you're going to stay in Los Angeles. That'll help with housing. You're going to be on the set for maybe 10 days. And that's it.
So you did it? You shot it?
So when I came, I landed in L.A. on a Monday night. I went to the Laugh Factory on a Tuesday. I went to the Comedy Store that Monday, and I think that Wednesday I met with him at some attorney's office on Wilshire Boulevard. I was like fucking sweating. I was petrified. It was the first thing that ever happened. It took, at first you're very excited because you're like, wow, it took me 8 years to get on a TV show. Wow. And yeah, there was a lot of struggle and staying in hotels in Rock Springs, Wyoming and shit like that. But wow, it took fucking 8 years. So that was very impressive, and then we went to wardrobe. We went to a few things like that. I didn't know what to expect, guys. I didn't know anything about that world. I had never taken an acting class or anything.